Hey everyone, welcome to today's session. My name is Tom Tate, and we are going to be talking about tags in AWeber. This is kind of a starter course on tags, what they are, and how to get started with them. And really, tags are a opportunity for you to better manage your subscribers, your email subscribers in AWeber, and create segments. And I'll talk all about this, and I'll share kind of the five reasons why you might want to consider using tags in AWeber. So my name is Tom Tate. I'm the product marketing manager. I started at AWeber in 2013. I'm coming up on just about 5 years. Really fantastic place to work. I'm working with some of the smartest people I've ever worked with, and it's awesome. I host our podcast, Ask Me About Email Marketing. We have a whole backlog of episodes that you can check out if you're into podcasts at aweber.com/podcast. And I create and maintain my own lists and produce podcasts on the side. And I like to share that. And the reason I like to share that is because we work with really large email lists at AWeber. And it's easy to forget how difficult and challenging it is to grow your email list. But I have that experience. I've started email lists from zero, from scratch. So if you're kind of in the early stages of building your list, I can speak to that. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to drop in any questions in the questions panel along the way. But I also have on the opposite side of the coin, the opportunity to work with large lists here and large automation funnels and all kinds of awesome things that I get to do behind the scenes at AWeber. I'm completely obsessed with email marketing. I think it is the absolute best way to connect with your audience one-to-one. Email is such an amazing channel. You can send a message out to thousands of people, and it can be very personal, very personalized, and they can start a conversation with you by simply hitting reply. There's really not too many channels that allow you to do that at scale the way that email does. And they opted in to receive messages from you. So there's intent there. So because we have the opt-in and we have the intent from our users, from our subscribers, we have a great advantage as marketers. You can follow me on Twitter at TNRT. It's 4 letters at TNRT. I frequently tweet marketing and email marketing related stuff. But enough about me. Let's get into the session. So I'm going to try to keep this short. Actually, I know that the webinar listed that it was an hour. I'm going to try to keep the content really tight at 30 minutes, but I'm going to hang out for the remainder of the time answering questions, and I'll also jump into my live account. So if we want to see a demo of anything, whether it's tag related or anything AWeber related, I will make myself available to do that. It will be recorded and distributed. I am recording it now. You will receive the email tomorrow from GoToWebinar. So keep an eye out for that. It's typically about a day before you'll receive the actual email with the recording. Ask questions, and I'll do my best to cover them as we go throughout the presentation. But also, I might table some questions for the Q&A period at the end. And then there should be a quick survey that pops up at the end of this webinar. And if you don't mind taking that, that really just helps me continue to improve the webinar. What you'll learn from me today. So I'm going to be talking about tags. I'm going to talk about the 5 benefits of using tags in AWeber. And first, I'll answer some common questions. What are tags? How can I use them? And then most importantly, why should I use them? And then finally, I'm just going to show you how to do it in AWeber. I think that's one of the big things is I know that tags can be useful, but I'm not sure how to start incorporating this into my account or how I do my email marketing. And I'm going to show you kind of just some actionable ways that you can start doing that. So when in doubt, give us a shout. And we have just such an amazing customer solutions team here at AWeber. You can email us, help@aweber.com. But we recently moved to 24/7 live chat support. So no matter where you are in the world, no matter when you are working on your email campaigns, no matter when you're trying to get a broadcast or get a message out to your subscribers, we will be there. We will be there to help you if you have any questions. We feel strongly that a question about software, a question about AWeber should never stand in the way of you trying to connect with your audience. So 24/7 live chat support. Definitely take advantage of that as you find yourself, working in the actual application. And you can email us as well. And we do have phone support. So phone support is another fantastic benefit of AWeber. So take advantage of that if you have any questions as you're digging into tags. But let's jump in and get started. So what are tag? That's a fantastic typo. So what a way to kick things off. What are tags, plural? Tags are used to group or segment your subscribers. So we are going to use tags to group and segment subscribers based on a variety of things. And I'll talk about some of the ways you might want to group your subscribers. But they're also used to trigger automated campaigns. And this is where like some of the awesome advanced automation, email automation comes into play. And I'll show you some great examples of that as well. So this is a perfect example of tags in action. So if you had a food blog or if you sent cooking or food related emails, you could tag your subscribers based on their interests. So if somebody was interested in 30-minute meals, you could tag them 30-minute meals. And then you could really send targeted content or targeted emails only to the people who wanted to receive these 30-minute meals. And you can do this based on a variety of different attributes too. So if somebody was gluten-free, for example, and you noticed that they were clicking on links that indicated that they were gluten-free, you can tag them based on that as well. You can add tags in the actual CP, in the actual control panel by going to your manage subscribers page. And here on the bottom left is where you'll see all the different tags that a subscriber has. So here I have a kind of test subscriber here, and you'll notice below I have advanced, beginners, and send to non-openers. These are all tags that I applied to the subscriber. Now those tags can be applied in a variety of ways, or you can just come into tag management, this tag management section here, and you can add tags and you can remove tags very simply. And you can do this manually, but there's a lot of great automatic ways to do it as well. And that brings me to the first benefit of tags. So the number one benefit of tags is that they are very easy to add. We've been adding functionality in AWeber over the past few years that are making tags more and more accessible and easy to get started with. So this is a list of many of the different ways that you can add tags, and I'll walk through kind of step by step how to take advantage of these. So number one is you can use a supported integration. So many of our integrations, such as I'm going to go through a couple of them, but Sumo, which is a web form application, lead pages, Unbounce, a lot of these support tags. And Zapier is another great integration that connects with hundreds of apps. These support the ability to tag your subscribers as they're added to your account. In subscriber management, which I just have shown, you're actually able to go in and manually add and remove tags. When importing subscribers, so when you are importing subscribers, you can add tags to the entire import, or you can add tags if there's a specific field in your CSV or Excel file when you're importing. So that's really helpful if you're exporting a list of subscribers from, let's say, webinar software or a contest software application. Maybe you ran a contest and you're importing subscribers from a CSV, or maybe you're importing subscribers from another email provider. If you have all your tags comma separated in a specific field, you can import them as tags in AWeber. You can use our mobile app, Atom, which is a fantastic way to add tags if you're meeting people in person. You can use AWeber Forms. You can use campaigns, and you can actually tag a subscriber when they click a link in your email or when they open an email. So this is our latest feature, automations, and it's just a fantastic way to kind of track the behavior of subscribers, but then also target them for future emails. So I'm not going to cover this entire slide, but just this is a few integrations that that support tags. So Privy, Opt-in Monster, Unbounce, ConvertFlow, which we use on our blog. They all support tags, and confirmed opt-in is typically on by default for many of these. We've recently turned off confirmed opt-in for e-commerce apps, and that just means that your subscriber still needs to confirm their subscription, but when they do confirm their subscription, if you have tags enabled, the tag will be applied. In subscriber management, when you're logged into AWeber, you'll just select Manage Subscribers from the Subscribers dropdown, You can select an individual subscriber. You can drop down their specific name here, and you can just add a tag right within the actual interface, and then save, and then that tag will be applied. Or you can actually bulk apply tags. And this is a brand new feature that we recently updated. And one of the awesome things about this is you can actually you can tag 827 subscribers at once. And when you tag 827 subscribers at once, you can use that tag group to create a segment, but you can also trigger a sequence of emails. So if you're looking to do really advanced automation, advanced email automation, and kick off a series of emails for a certain group of subscribers, you can do that by applying a tag in bulk. So for all of these 827 subscribers, I can select all 827. I can add the tag prospect, or I can add the tag customer, save, and then I will be able to view my bulk action history. So I'll be able to view that I made that update. But now I have a list of 827 subscribers that I can create a segment from based on them being prospects or them being customers, but also I can trigger that automated email sequence as well. Here's just a quick example of how to add tags when you're importing subscribers. So if all of the subscribers here had the tag new list, maybe they had a variety of different values here in this column, you can import the subscriber, you can select tags as that particular field, and they will all be added specific to the subscriber, or you can tag the entire import. So when you're importing an entire list of subscribers, if you want to tag them new list, or if you want to tag them based on a webinar date, or tag them based on a specific campaign that you ran outside of AWeber, you can do that as well. With importing subscribers, you can choose not to ask subscribers to opt in again. So that's something that a lot of users may not realize, but we have the option that you can import all of your subscribers to a new list without asking them to opt in again, so they don't have to reconfirm their email address if they already have. The Atom app is another fantastic way that I mentioned earlier, and we use the Atom app almost exclusively when we're at meetups and conferences and networking events. You're basically within an arm's reach away from having a sign-up form for your list. So if you have an awesome incentive to join your list, or if you have an email list that could provide a lot of value for people that you're meeting in person, you can ask them if they want to opt in, and you can opt them in on the spot using this mobile app, or you can hand them your phone and ask them to enter in their information themselves. And one of the cool things here is that you can just add a tag. So you can add as many tags as you'd like to that particular form in Atom, so that if we're at an event like Podcast Movement, which we were at this year and last year, we can add that tag, and then all subscribers who are added through Atom while we're at that event will have that tag. So we can either trigger an automated sequence of emails when they sign up, an automated sequence of follow-up emails. This is great for post-conference follow-up or post-networking event follow-up. You can automate all of that. Or we can create a segment or a group based on this particular tag, and we can email them broadcast emails later. Another fantastic way to add tags is using an AWeber web form. So you can tag the entire form, which I'll show you here. So you can say, anybody who signs up for this form, I want to tag them my awesome form. So if you're putting this form on a specific page, or this form, you want this form to trigger a specific sequence of emails using campaigns, you can use the global form tag here to trigger that campaign, or to designate that this person came in on a specific page. But one of the really cool things about using tags in AWeber web forms is the ability to apply different tags based on custom field choices. So if you tab back here to the actual form, you'll see that I ask a question: how often do you want to receive emails? And I have two options here using radio buttons, weekly or monthly. Now, when somebody selects weekly, I can tag them weekly. And when someone selects monthly, I can tag them monthly. And they don't have the ability to select both. So I'm able to capture their preference. And then I can create a segment based on that tag so that I can send a weekly email to anybody who opted in to receive weekly. And I can send a monthly email to anyone who opted in to receive monthly. Another great use case that I shared with a customer who was looking for this particular functionality was if you have a bilingual or multilingual newsletter. So if you ask your subscribers at the point of sign up if they want to receive emails in a specific language, you can actually offer specific specific broadcasts in different languages, but you can also trigger automated welcome sequences in different languages too, based on this tag. So there's a lot of flexibility and a lot of cool functionality here as well. You can also tag based on a checkbox being checked off. So if you want somebody to sign up for additional emails or have somebody actually opt in and give you their consent to send product related emails or something different than what they're actually signing up for, you can use a checkbox and then apply a tag based on the check being clicked. So that's another great way that you can tag subscribers as well. And you can also make that required. So if you wanted to use this really just to confirm that they will be receiving specific content, you can make this required, which is great, especially given GDPR. So if you're looking to add a checkbox to confirm consent for GDPR purposes, you can do this, you can tag them, you can make it required. And then finally, you can add tags in a campaign. So I'll talk a little bit more about campaigns as we move through the presentation, through the workshop here. But campaigns has an apply tag action that you can drag into your campaign, and you can drag it in anywhere within your campaign. So you can do it as soon as somebody signs up. You can do it on day 3. You can do it after you send email number 4. It really doesn't matter where you put this apply tag within your campaign. But when you drag it in, you have the ability to add and remove tags, which allows you to do some complex subscriber tagging and subscriber management, as well as automation too, which we'll talk a bit about. And then finally, automations. So we have the ability now to add and remove tags whenever someone opens an email. We also have the ability to add and remove tags when they click on specific links in your email. So this is really, really sophisticated functionality that allows you to create more robust subscriber tagging, but then also more robust automation as well. And I'm going to walk through this as in just a bit. But really, this is going to allow you to tag subscribers if they click on a recipe that is gluten-free. You can tag them gluten-free. If they click on a link that says, I'm just getting started, I'm a beginner, you can tag them beginner. Likewise, you can tag them advanced. If they say, I'm very advanced, I know what I'm doing, you can tag them as such. And as we start to tag people, we can create segments. And that is the second benefit of tagging, the ability to create groups of subscribers and kind of filter your main list into different relevant groups based on a variety of things. And what's happening when we create segments, when we segment our subscribers, whether they're beginners or advanced, customers or prospects, gluten-free or dairy-free or vegan, it allows us to send more relevant content. And that more relevant content is going to boost engagement because we're sending content that our subscribers want and need. We can send the perfect content to encourage a purchase. So if we know someone is a beginner, we can pitch our course for beginners. If we know someone is advanced, we probably shouldn't pitch our course for beginners. We would pitch a more meaningful product. So there's opportunities for us to put the right products and services in front of our audience based on the behavior and the tagging that we're doing along the way. And this really just boils down to being more meaningful in the inbox, and tags and segmentation allows us to do this. So just a few examples of what you might want to start tagging and how you might want to start segmenting your main list. I mentioned beginner, advanced, customer, prospect, a couple different content topics. So if you notice that subscribers are gravitating more towards one specific topic, maybe they purchased specific products in the past. So if you're in retail, maybe you start tagging based on interest in men's products, interest in women's products, so that you can send more targeted emails and targeted promotions based on that. There's a variety of different ways that you can segment your subscribers, and tagging really just helps you do that. So I know that there are questions coming through, so I just want to acknowledge those, and I do appreciate that. What I'm going to do is continue through the presentation. We'll wrap things up, but then I'm going to leave plenty of time for questions. So how to create a segment. So you're going to head under Manage Subscribers under the Subscribers dropdown when you're logged into AWeber, and you're going to do a search. Now, this search can be based on anything. It can be based on opening a message. So here we have message number 2, a few important tips. And we might want to save that as a segment, so we know that they opened the second or first broadcast. We'll type in the name of the segment and we'll click save. And then we'll have the segment list on the sidebar list our segment. We can do this based on tags as well. So we'll select tag. And then here we have tag is customers. So if I hit search, it's going to show me any subscriber that is tagged customers. If I had a tag for prospects, I could do tag is prospects. And I'll hit search and it'll show me any subscriber that is tagged prospects. And then I can save that segment. So I can save it as my customers and save. And if, as I mentioned earlier, we have the ability to bulk apply. So if you had 875 subscribers, you can tag all of them at once, which is really helpful. So once we save this as a segment, it's going to be available when we go to schedule a broadcast. And the cool thing about segments is they are dynamic. So as I start to send a broadcast, maybe a weekly broadcast or a monthly broadcast to all beginners or all customers, I'm going to select the segment just beneath who should receive this message. As I continue to grow my list and add people who are being tagged beginner or add people who are being tagged customer, they're going to be included in this segment. So to put that in a different way, segments are not snapshots of that particular search at that particular point in time. They are dynamic. So as more people are added to the list who meet that criteria, whether it's tag is or tag is not a specific tag, they're going to be included in the segment at the time that you schedule a broadcast. So that's really, really helpful. And that really empowers us to kind of create a system where maybe we are sending a broadcast in English and a broadcast in Spanish. And as people update their preferences or as people continue to be added to the list with those preferences, we're sending the right message to the right people. So when you go to send, just to reiterate, you will have the ability to select your segment. So in this case, I have a segment called beginners, tag is beginners, or tag is beginner. I can select this and I can apply and then send a broadcast to all beginners. So the third benefit of tagging is the ability to track subscriber behavior. So I talked briefly about automations, and automations are going to empower you to add and remove tags when a subscriber clicks a link in a campaign email or when an open is registered in a campaign email. And we also brought this to broadcast as well. So when you send a broadcast email, you have the ability to tag a subscriber or remove a tag based on a clicked link, and then also based on opening the email. So you can set up some pretty fancy and sophisticated email marketing, email automation funnels using this functionality. It's a little bit more advanced. I just want to introduce the concept to you here. But you can also remove a subscriber from a campaign as well in campaigns, which again is pretty awesome. If you are trying to get your subscriber to visit a certain page, the ability to remove the subscriber from the campaign once they do visit the page is a great way to kind of stop that campaign and maybe move them into a separate campaign or a branching campaign. So here we have just a quick look at how you would set up tag automations. If a subscriber opens a specific email, you can add and remove specific tags. And then if they click these specific links, you can add and remove tags based on the clicked link. So there's a couple reasons why this is valuable. The number one reason is the ability to create segments based on behavior. This allows you to build out segments based on clicked links and based on opened emails. So as I mentioned earlier, if somebody was clicking on links that said they were interested in gluten-free recipes or 30-minute meals, you can tag the subscriber based on the clicked link. You don't have to explicitly ask them to declare their preference when they're signing up. You can build out more advanced subscriber segments and profiles based on this clicked and open behavior. You can re-engage with non-openers. So if you're tagging subscribers with open dash and then maybe the date, so open dash 9/24/18, you can tag all subscribers who opened the email using click automations and open automations. And then you can send an email to a segment where the tag is not that particular tag. And this allows you to re-engage with people who didn't open the email in the first place. And you can also create more advanced marketing funnels, which again, I'm not going to cover in too much detail in this particular session, but we are continuing to work on educational content that will help you along the way. And we're always available with our support to help you if you have any questions. So here's a quick example. I can send a broadcast or an automated welcome email that just says, I'm just getting started with email marketing and I want to learn the basics, or I've been doing email marketing for a bit, let's take it to the next level. And when a subscriber clicks on one of these two links, I will have the opportunity to add a tag. When I add that tag, I can create the dynamic segment, but I can also, and this brings us to our fourth benefit, trigger an automated campaign. So campaigns is our email automation engine. We definitely recommend using campaigns over legacy follow-ups because of all the robust functionality that we've added to it. But campaigns is going to allow you to send an automated sequence of emails. You can send your welcome email. You can wait 3 days, send email number 2. Wait 10 days, send email number 3. You can apply a tag at any point during the automated sequence. But this is going to really put your email marketing on autopilot. It's going to allow you to connect with your audience automatically over time by delivering valuable email content. And you can trigger this for all subscribers. So in this particular example, we're going to start the campaign on subscribe. But if you head on over to messages and then click on campaigns, give your campaign a name and hit create, you will have the option to choose if you want to send it to all subscribers or just subscribers that have a certain tag. So when a specific tag is applied, kick off a specific campaign. So if you have a special campaign for beginners, or if you have a special campaign for people who want 30-minute meals, you can set up that campaign in AWeber, and we will not send it to a subscriber until that tag is applied. You can also have exception rules as well. So if you didn't want to send it to someone who received similar content or who was not a prospect or was not a customer, you can set up more specific rules so that you can be sure that the right person is getting this message. And then after you create this campaign and you set it to be tag applied, you can literally just build it by dragging and dropping these particular actions within campaigns. So your wait times, the messages that you want to send, and then applying any tags along the way. So I just want to kind of share benefit number 5, and that's that at AWeber, we definitely feel that tags are the future. It is a more meaningful and robust way to manage your subscribers, and with the ability to integrate tags with all of our application integrations like Zapier and Unbounce and Opt-in Monster, and then also integrate it with importing our mobile apps, and now with campaigns and with click automations and open automations, you have this robust suite of opportunity to tag your subscribers. And then from that, if you just want to use tags to create segments, you can do that. But if you want to use tags to kick off smart, sophisticated, automated email sequences, you can do that as well. So we are committed at AWeber to giving you the flexibility of having a list-based AWeber account, which has been very traditional at AWeber. Is anytime you wanted to create a segment or a group of subscribers, you would create a new list. But we want you to have the ability to have all of your subscribers on a main list and use tags to create those segments or create those groups. So we want you to have the flexibility to be list-based, tag-based, or a hybrid if you choose. So there are reasons why you may want to continue to be list-based. If you have multiple businesses, multiple blogs that are completely separate, there's opportunity for you to still have lists. There are some email providers who don't even have the ability to have lists, and they are entirely tag-based. We want to give you the flexibility to manage your account however it makes the most sense for you. We're also working on a better way to manage all of your tags. So we have a team at AWeber who is currently working on a tag management interface. I've seen the beta version of it, and it's awesome. But I want to invite you now, if you're on the webinar, if you have specific needs or ideas around how you manage your tags and how you manage your tagged subscribers, I just want to invite you to email help@aweber.com. And even if you don't want to share your ideas or your needs in this first email, just connect with help@aweber.com and mention Damien or Alicia in the message that you are interested in talking with the product team about tag management. So our product team is very, very open to having great conversations with our customers to make sure that what we're building meets your needs. So feel free to reach out. And then finally, I'll tease a new feature that's coming out soon. And I was hesitant to do this, but I really want to share it. We're building the ability to tag subscribers based on a page hit on your website. So what that means is if somebody clicks on a link in an email to go to your order page, we can tag them based on the clicked link. So we can tag them visited-order. But what we can't do right now is tag them if they actually make the purchase. So if they were to actually purchase what was on that order page and end up on a receipt page, we're not able to tag them as somebody who went all the way through and made the purchase without using maybe a third-party integration. We're working on the ability, and we're going to be releasing this soon, the ability to tag users based on navigating to certain pages on your website. So you'll put a small snippet of AWeber code on your website pages. And then if somebody was to complete the order and then end up on the receipt page, you can tag them receipt, or you can tag them placed-order. And this is going to open up a huge area of opportunity for you to create really awesome segments, removing the tag prospect when someone actually becomes a customer, kicking off a customer campaign or an automated sequence of emails for people who purchase specific products. Maybe those campaigns can pitch products that are related products. Maybe they could upsell certain products or services based on that purchase. So we are super, super excited about this particular feature. And if you have any questions about tag on page hit or ideas or use cases that you think it could serve, you can actually email me directly, tom.t@aweber.com, and I'll include my information at the end as well. And because you're here with me today, I do want to make a surprise announcement. And I am very, very excited about this. We've been working really hard to share what we're going to announce actually tomorrow. So you should receive an email in your inbox tomorrow announcing that split testing is here. So we are rolling out broadcast split testing for all customers today. So provided everything goes smoothly, you will have the ability to send specific tested split tests using broadcasts. So we have a brand new split test engine. So you can do A/B tests, 50-50 A/B tests, or you can do ABC tests. But you can send two completely different drafts. So if you want to test subject lines, pre-header text, images versus no images, plain text emails versus designed templated emails. If you want to test sending in the morning or sending in the afternoon or sending in the evening, you can do all this with our brand new split test engine. So we are so excited. This has been in beta. We've been testing split testing with a couple customers. We've been sending split tested broadcasts ourselves and seeing really fantastic results. So check out your inbox tomorrow. You'll receive an email announcing split testing. But if you check your account later today, provided everything goes swimmingly, you should have the opportunity to start using this feature today. So we're really, really happy and excited about this one. So I have questions. I'm going to go through them. I know that I went through this presentation very fast. I covered a lot of content, a lot of information. I have my account open. I'm happy to walk through anything specifically. In respect to your time, if you want to just catch the replay, feel free to do that. But if you want to stick around for questions and ask questions, I'm going to start working my way through the list. And then I'm also going to just pop open my account so that we can take a look at this in action together. Real fast, before I do that, let me just put this slide up here for anyone who's watching the replay, or if you're on here live right now, because I do have my contact information here. So tomT@aweber.com. So if you have any questions now or later, just jot that down, tomT@aweber.com. I'm happy to connect. So let me pull in my account here. And I want to thank you again for joining me today. Here, I'll try to blow this up a little bit so that you can see it a little bit better. So this is my test account. So if you have any specific questions, we can go through this together. Okay. So a quick question here from Andy is a campaign has to be activated before tags are applied for them to work. So that is correct. So let me clarify real fast. If I go to campaigns and I have a specific campaign here, this automations webinar campaign. Trigger campaign when these tags are applied, beginner. Now, to clarify the way that tag-based campaigns work, the tag has to be applied after the campaign is activated. So if I hit activate on this campaign after I add the missing information, there's a couple messages missing, it's not going to send to subscribers who were previously tagged beginner. It's only going to send this automated sequence of emails to future subscribers who are tagged beginner based on a certain date. There's a couple of reasons for that. It's kind of a fail-safe to make sure that you don't inadvertently email subscribers that might have already received some beginner or welcome content. And it allows you to create campaigns that are going to be active at the point that you activate them. It's not going to go back and email people who you might not have expected were going to receive emails. There are different ways that you can trigger this new campaign for existing subscribers that might have already been tagged. And if you contact our team, we can help walk you through what you're trying to accomplish with kind of retroactively triggering that campaign for a specific group or segment. Very, very possible. And again, we can kind of walk through that. But I did want to clarify that for sure. A few people are just mentioning that they arrived late or they got called into a meeting. There will be a replay. So the replay will be sent out and you will have the opportunity to watch this, of course. Susan asks a great question. How does unsubscribe work with tags? So if somebody has multiple tags, which puts them through different campaigns, and they unsubscribe, are they given the option to unsubscribe from just one campaign? So one of the ways that I recommend going about that, so to answer your question, if somebody unsubscribes from any one of your emails using the unsubscribe link, they are going to be unsubscribed from that list. So if you are actively sending emails to your full list, and then you start sending a segmented email to a smaller group based on a tag, even if they unsubscribe from that email to the smaller group, they're still going to be unsubscribed from the main list emails as well. One of the ways that we recommend kind of guiding your subscriber experience and being very transparent is to use those click automations. So you can have a link that says, if you're no longer interested in receiving gluten-free emails or emails about gluten-free recipes, click here. And by clicking here, we will remove the tag gluten-free, which is going to allow you to keep them on the list, remove the tag so that they don't continue to receive those. And maybe you can apply a specific tag that specifies that they explicitly want it to be removed from that. But they don't actually unsubscribe from the list because maybe they do want to continue receiving your main emails. So that is the opportunity to do that. Susan also asks, what tools are there to view all tags? So that is what our team is currently working on. So if you have very specific use cases, I would definitely invite you to reach out. You would be such a pleasure to our product team to kind of have a quick conversation and make sure that what we have currently as a working prototype for tag management, to view all of your tags and manage all of your tags, to just make sure that we're on track. But we're currently developing that to just be sure that tagging is optimal and the ability to manage your tags is optimal in AWeber. Let's see. So if you are list-based, how easy is it to move to a tag-based system? Didn't you say we can move people to lists without opt-in? So that's a great question, and we are working on some tools to make it even easier. But depending upon your needs, how many lists you have, how many subscribers you have, the ability to bulk apply tags on your subscribers is a fantastic way to consolidate lists into one main list or just a few main lists, and then using tags as your main point of segmenting. And I would again recommend just reaching out to our customer solutions team because they have been working one-on-one with customers to help them with that consolidation process. And through just quick conversations, we're able to identify areas of opportunity, just confirming that everything looks good before you go to execute that change. But we are very committed to helping you move to a tag-based system if that's how you want to manage your AWeber account. And we have the team time set aside to help have those conversations. So Candy, thank you for that question, and feel free to reach out to our team. Sandy asks, can I use different opt-in forms for different freebies, for example, and have them added to one list and then just use a tag to segment them? Or does each opt-in have to add them to a new list? So this is one of the beautiful benefits of tags is you can have all of your landing pages or all of your opt-in forms that are delivering different offers or freebies or PDFs or email courses. You can have them all go to one list and just tag them based on that particular form or that particular page. And then you can add the specific tag for that form, and that tag can deliver the freebie. So you can have that tag associated with a campaign that delivers the freebie, and then maybe a longer sequence of emails, or maybe you just want one email to deliver the actual offer, and that's it. But you have the flexibility to do that, and then you have all of your subscribers on one main list. And then you can create groups based on tags if you choose, or you can just send to the main list. Nancy asks, is there a way for potential subscribers to join my list by sending a text message to a specific phone number? You definitely can do that. One service, not natively with AWeber, but we integrate with a couple services. One service that I believe integrates with tags, I'm 99.9% sure, is called Call Loop, C-A-L-L, Loop, L-O-O-P. So if you want to check out Call Loop, they have that text to join service. And I'm 99.9% sure that it integrates with tags and that we have used it in the past. Mike asks, how much of tagging and campaign setup can be shared across accounts? I'm working on reproducible campaigns to share with clients. Mike, that is a fantastic question, and we have a team that is actively looking into this too. So the ability for you to share your campaigns across different accounts, but then also for your ability to basically download campaigns or templates of campaigns as well into your own account, so that we can have, automation experts sharing their finest campaigns that you can then edit and adopt for your own particular account and purposes. Mike, if you're still in the webinar and you don't mind, I would love to connect you with our product manager who's working on that. So I can definitely facilitate that, and we can get some more details of what you need, and we can loop you in with what we are working on. Marion just mentioned I started 2 separate lists, but it sounds like it's easier to have one list and manage with tags. It's really a preference. It depends on what those lists are for. So those 2 particular lists, if one is for a business about if one is a food blog and you're kind of sharing information about recipes and things like that, and the other is an instructional guitar or piano blog, they might be better suited to have 2 separate lists, 2 separate complete entities, and having them be on separate lists might be beneficial. If it is a instructional guitar blog and you want to segment beginner guitar players and advanced guitar players, I would definitely recommend moving to one list with tags. And really just importing your subscribers and then having the tag field populated in the import document. So whether that's an Excel file or a CSV might be the best way to consolidate those 2 lists. But again, contact our team, help@aweber.com, or live chat with us 24/7. Really great opportunity, again, just to have that conversation, and we'll help you get that set up. Why would you use the apply tag functionality in campaigns? That's a great question, and it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But here you can see on my screen right now, you can tag a subscriber as soon as right before a message is going to be sent. You can tag them sent first message, right? And then you can tag a subscriber based on opening the first message. So you can have tags for sent first message and tagged for open first message. You can start to do some complex things if you want to try to automatically re-engage them based on not opening the first message. So you can send re-engagement emails to non-openers all through automation. And you can do that by applying these types of tags both before and after messages are sent. Maybe at the end of a campaign, you want to tag them completed the welcome campaign. It's just an opportunity for you to just track where they were and how they interacted with your automated emails. So I hope that is a helpful answer with your question on why you may want to apply a tag within a campaign. Just looking through the questions here. Can I bulk add a tag to subscribers on my current list based on their location? That is, I'd like to tag just the Florida residents as Florida so that we can send messages targeted just to this segment. You can do this. It requires you to be able to search for that segment first. So you would have to search location based on that segment. And location, we offer the ability to search based on location. But I do I do like to caution people just that it's not 100% accurate. It's based on your subscriber's IP address when they sign up. Now, when you import your subscribers, we don't have that IP address. So if you imported all of your subscribers from another provider, we weren't able to capture where they signed up from. If they signed up while they were traveling, or if they signed up using some type of technology that had an IP address that wasn't their local IP address, that won't be specific. It won't be accurate. So you can do this. You can bulk add a tag to subscribers based on their location or any particular search. But I do like to caution people. Will this tutorial be posted in the AWeber training section? It will be. So we will post this video on videos.aweber.com. And you'll also get a quick link emailed to you as well. So we have a quick question. Does tagging on opt-in work only with AWeber opt-in pages? It works with any particular integration that supports tagging as well. So if you use our forms, you will be able to tag on opt-in using the form settings that we took a look at. But you'll also have the opportunity as well to tag subscribers who opt in using integrations that support it. So it depends on what you're using specifically. So I know lead pages, for example, if you're using the legacy lead pages builder, it supports tags. We're working with lead pages in hopes to support tags on the newer builder, drag and drop builder. But if you're using Unbounce, Opt-in Monster, Sumo, a lot of the main integrations, they support tagging your subscribers as they're at it. Jean-Paul asks, I just created a segment for people subscribing from a specific country. When additional people from that country subscribe to my list, will they become automatically part of that segment? The answer is yes. So segments are dynamic, which is, and what I mean by that is when you go to run that or select that segment in the future, or when you go to send a broadcast to that segment, AWeber is basically going to rerun that search. So any subscribers that either no longer meet that criteria or new subscribers that do meet that criteria on the initial segment search, they will be included in that segment. So again, it's not necessarily a snapshot in time when you create it, that particular segment, but it's dynamic. It's going to update over time, which is great, and that's really valuable. So one question here is, if you have two different businesses with two different email addresses, can we still be on one AWeber account using different tags? So you can have as many lists as you would like in AWeber. So you don't have to create separate accounts, separate AWeber accounts to split up, my guitar-based business and my food blog-based business. You don't have to do that. You can have a list for your guitar subscribers and a list for your food-based subscribers all in one count, and then you can use tags as well to create those segments, those groups. One quick question here. I would like to see a video on how to add that targeting so that you can retarget non-openers. I believe we do have a video that we did publish that shows it, but that's a great suggestion. So I'll make sure that we continue to produce content and share that. The best way to make sure that you're getting that content is just to make sure that you're subscribed to the AWeber monthly email newsletter that we send. And if you are not sure if you are, you can email me, tomt@aweber.com. And then also subscribe to our blog newsletter, which is a separate list that you can head on over to blog.aweber.com to learn about that. Yes, video content on how to retarget non-openers. I will make sure that we have that available and update it, and we'll add that to videos.aweber.com. Candy asks a great question. Can you explain a little bit more about the difference between segments and tags? So tags are really just labels that we apply to a subscriber or remove from a subscriber. That's all they are essentially, right? They're labels that we apply or remove to a subscriber. When that label is applied, we can kick off an automated sequence of emails, which really allows us to use some very fancy and sophisticated email automation. So if you really want, the power of a really expensive email automation tool, you can start to incorporate a lot of that functionality in just your AWeber account, using tags to trigger automated sequences of emails. Segments are groups of subscribers that you can send one-time emails to. So you can send a broadcast email to your whole list, or you can send them to a segment. Now, segments cover more than just tags. So you can build a segment based on the location of your subscriber, as we just talked about. You can build a segment based on subscribers who visit certain pages, or you can build a segment based on subscribers who opened or didn't open emails, independently of tags. They don't have to be tagged for you to search for those specific subscribers and create that segment. You can run a search in subscriber management to say, show me all of my subscribers added between these certain dates, or show me all of my subscribers who haven't opened an email in the past 30 days. You can run those searches and create a segment based on the search results without ever adding tags. But you can also run searches that are tag equals or tag does not equal a specific tag. And that gives you the opportunity to build these dynamic segments based on clicked links, based on campaign activity, like adding tags within your campaign. And then hopefully, very soon in the future, based on what I talked about, tag on page hit, which allows you to tag, say, if someone hits your receipt page that they purchased a specific product. So Candy, I hope that helps explain that a little bit better. So one question is, can you show us how to create a tag in a web form? I certainly can, because that is very quick. So I'm going to head on over to create a signup form, and I will select signup form. I'm not going to spend a lot of time designing this form, so I'll just load up a template. And right here on the left, you'll see I have the opportunity. Hopefully you can see this over here. I have the opportunity to add form tags. So if this was going on a page that offered a free PDF, I could say free PDF. And then I could have a campaign that was triggered based on free PDF to deliver the free PDF. Could deliver the email that actually contains that, and then future emails that provide more detail. Now, the other thing that I was mentioning was the ability to create a new field. So just say test, and I'll call this, what language do you want to receive this in? I can do a, radio button. And let's say we want English and French. I can apply a tag based on this selection. So this allows me to capture that preference on the form, specifically when they sign up. And that tag will be applied to the subscriber along with the free PDF tag. And then when I'm going to send my English specific, I would create two segments. Tag is English and tag is French. And then when I'm going to send my English broadcast, I will just select the English segment, which will be dynamic. And as people add or remove that tag in the future, it'll update. Or when I go to send my French broadcast, I would select the French segment, which will allow me to target people who selected that specific preference. So I hope that that is helpful as well. And we are at 12 p.m. So in respect to everyone's time, I will wrap things up. If there is one more pressing question, let me just double check. So Candy just mentioned, I noticed that I added a dash in my tag for free dash PDF. You do not have to do that. I think that's just my own personal tagging preference is to use dashes, but you could use underscores or you could use spaces as well. So it really, it's up to you how you want to actually write out your tags. Casey says, I just saw a screen where you can add subscribers from Facebook. How do I do this? We do have a Facebook integration, so you can check that out. If you go to sign up forms here, we have information on some of our more popular integrations here: Facebook, Squarespace, Wix, Shopify, WordPress. You can come over here and check this out. I won't cover that in detail right now, but all the information is here if you want to take a look. Super cool integration for sure. Okay, and at that, I am going to wrap things up. What I'll do is I'll cycle through the questions, and if your question wasn't answered, I will do my best. I'm actually traveling this week, but I will do my best to reach out to you by the end of the week just with a quick update and answer to your specific question. So I really do like to do one-on-one follow-up. So I can't guarantee that I'll get to it before I have to leave early this week, but I will make time this week to go through all of the questions and respond directly. So be on the lookout for that particular email response from me. I hope that you did learn a lot. I covered a lot in a short period of time, and I know tagging and automation can get a little complicated. Just know that you have a huge team here that is ready to support you. So help at AWeber.com or head on over to AWeber and look for the live chat functionality so that you can chat with our team. I hope that everyone has an awesome day. Definitely jump in and be on the lookout for split testing. And we're going to be announcing that tomorrow. So we're very, very excited about that. And if you have any more questions, you can email me, tomt@aweber.com. But with that, I will sign off for now. And again, I'll try to get to everyone's questions throughout the week. But feel free to email me directly if you have something specific. Thank you so much. I'm very, very excited for a lot of the features that we have coming out, and I appreciate your time and your attention today, and I hope that this is definitely to your benefit. Take care and have a great week.